What's up everybody, welcome back to Cilinix Crypto. Good morning, hope you're all doing great and welcome to this new video and your daily update on Bitcoin. In which, again, I like these updates because I have quite a lot to tell you and I have quite a controversial opinion on Bitcoin. Yesterday and basically since the beginning of the weekend, we've been bearish. We've been very, very bearish. We have had countless bearish breakouts. But I am actually bullish on Bitcoin now. So we'll talk about that. I'll tell you why I am bullish on Bitcoin. And that doesn't necessarily mean that we'll rally from here, but at least there's I do have my reasons for it. It's not just that I think, well, all right, well, we dropped down a lot, now we gotta go up. No. I do have my reasons, so I'll tell you in this video. But before we get into that, right now, if you join the Trading Signals group, we're actually on a huge win streak. I think we have I think in the last week we made like 10% in 1 week, which is absolutely crazy. There are no other trading signal groups out there that do that. So if you want to join, it's only $40 a month. Check out the links down in the description or the pinned comment. But now onto Bitcoin. So what you'll see is that first of all we dropped down to a strong support level, right? So purely technically, we are weak, but we are not that weak. This level right here around 27,250 is holding us up fairly well, and I think it will hold. Now, there is a possibility that we'll just drop back down there, right? Because you can see that we are retesting the level we broke down below, which is 27,700. We only dropped down to 27,300 and it basically stretches down all the way to 27,150. So it might be that we'll drop down there. That's fully possible, but I do think that we'll hold it. There's a small possibility. I don't think it's strong enough to trade because there's also a small possibility that we'll spike down to our next support level, which is 26,700-ish. But altogether, I think that mainly that level around 27,100, 27,200, 27,300, I think that will hold. And as most of you know, well, let's start with the dollar strength index, because the dollar strength index yesterday was also a bit bullish, which probably caused some bearish momentum for Bitcoin, but it did not move that much. Dollar strength index is also at resistance. And for example, if it would go all the way up to 102, that would mean that Bitcoin would probably spike down towards 26,700 and then from there go up again. So that's why it's a possibility. But altogether, as most of you know, we have the inflation rate coming up. And I actually expect the inflation rate to be lower than expected. So I think either before it, because the market is pricing in that option, or straight afterwards, we will actually be bullish. I expect it to be lower than expected, which is, as most of you know, bullish for Bitcoin, because most of the economic events actually point that way. Now, last week we had the unemployment rate, which was lower than expected, which would kind of signal that the inflation rate might be higher than expected. But apart from that, everything was lower, and that's why I think it's still decreasing. So yeah, that's why I think we can be bullish. And that even though on the short term we might still get some bearish momentum, I think ultimately we will be able to break back above 27,700. And then there's basically resistance around 28,300 all the way up to 28,700. But I think ultimately, especially when that inflation rate is lower than expected, I think we can rally all the way up to 28,700 again. And I'm fairly sure about that. Now, obviously, that is dependent on that inflation rate. If it's actually higher than expected, that will probably be bearish. It's also not 100% that will be bearish, but we'll talk about that a little bit more tomorrow. I reached my limit for this video, at least almost. So this is my take on Bitcoin for today, kind of what's going on. The main cause for this sell-off, I think, is just normal market circumstances. We've had sell-offs like these more often. And this is just kind of the market structure that we've been in for the last couple of weeks. So that's my take on Bitcoin. If you do have any questions, let me know. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and bye.